This is Darren. So, in this one, I'm going to take a small detour, just tell you a little bit about me. I grew up with dyslexia, and when I was growing up, ADHD wasn't a thing. You never heard the term, but I was hyperactive. I was easily distracted and hard. The hardest thing for me was reading, learning, school, and art was my fallback. I fell into it hard. I drew all the time. I imagined things all the time, and that's my artistic side. The way I fixed what I thought was my problem. So that impressionable Darren thought I was broken. I was never going to be the same as everybody else. So I focused on art. I hyper focused on art, which I found out later is my superpower. I can hyper focus on stuff. And that is my Millennium Falcon, is me hyper focusing on it. So that being said, I got a comment from somebody, and it said something like, "It seems so inconceivable to do this all with your imagination or just movie screenshots." I hate to tell you, but yeah, that's how I did this whole Millennium Falcon. I had the blueprints for the Millennium Falcon, or what you could get online and stuff like that, and it just fell together. I mean, everything I built on this, as you can see through some of this, is I build it, I tear it apart a little bit, I back up, and I go forward again. I try something, and I'm just aiming at an image I have in my head of what I want. The blueprints are great. They show you, how much room here or there, but all that intricate little parts and stuff like that is just me playing around. And it literally is just me doing my art. And whether it be Lego plastic or whether it's acrylic paint or stone sculpting or even writing. And that's a weird one because I'm dyslexic to the nth degree and I never could spell right and I always had trouble reading, but I love writing. So I've written a book, blah, blah, blah. But when it comes to Legos, it was never a follow the instruction love for me. It was more of I had piles of Lego. I dump it in front of me and I just start building. And Star Wars was my fallback love. And the two things just fell together so well. So when I started building the Millennium Falcon, it wasn't a thought of how am I going to do this or how am I going to do that. It was I get so involved in it, nothing else is in my vision. And I just let go. I just start building. And the instructions are just a hint of what I need to do. So that's how this Millennium Falcon became what it is. Of course, it took 5 years, but I loved it, every minute of it. So let's jump back into the video. Hopefully, you've been watching the whole time you've been listening to me yak. I started the next section of that Quadex power core on the other side of the entrance into the gunner seat, which is that hallway that I got split in the video here. And it's one of the parts that I had so much fun because I love that little detailed stuff. And when you see the gem that I build, I took a whole day building this thing, and it was just so fun because that was one of those times where I dumped a whole bunch of Legos in front of me and just tried to figure something out. I wanted to put that in this video, but if I did, the video would be like 20 minutes long, 30 minutes long, even speeding up all the build. So that all these little engine parts and motors and stuff like that, I'm going to put all those little special builds on my subscription Greenline bricking, along with the Death Star. I'm going to build that on there as well. I'm sure some people are wondering, how do I have the money or the time to do all these things? And well, I'm disabled. I have a severe seizure disorder that screws me up in every minute of the day, if not wakes me up to tell me, "Hey, wake up. You're not right." But my superpower is that I can hyper focus on the things I'm really interested on, even if I have to take a lot of breaks. Oh, and as for the how do you afford all these Legos? I don't. I don't buy sets. What I do is I am really frugal and I find a lot of bulk that people are getting rid of or that I find in stores and stuff like that. And sometimes luck out with maybe somebody giving me a large bag of Legos. So, bending your ear enough, I'm sure I've dwindled down the viewers of this video down to a small select view, but that's quite all right. I love it and I hope you like my videos. Thanks for following. This is Darren.